to start by asking you a question. Have you ever felt like you're wearing somebody else's shoes? That they just don't fit and they don't suit you? I'd like you to take you back with me. It's February 2020. As I look around my kitchen with its terracotta painted walls, I can hear the rain splashing down hard on the skylight roof. And there in front of me, my bifolding doors overlooking the garden. And yet I can see nothing but darkness. But there's nothing compared to the darkness that I can feel swirling around in the pit of my stomach. And there she is in the corner of the room, my ever-trusted friend with her dark brown eyes and her golden brown hair. And she's looking at me really confused because I've just launched my phone across the room, having got off the phone to Mr. Vane. Oh my God, Maddie! I can't believe what he's just said to me. After 23 years of working with that company, and this is what it comes down to. Well, I'm afraid, Keely, that you've not been successful in your interview. And, well, we've got two options for you. You can either take a redundancy or you can take a job role in another division doing something similar. We know what that means, don't we, Maddie? It basically means they've moved me somewhere else, they've downgraded me, and I'm being paid less to do what I'm doing now. I mean, what the hell do they think they're doing, Maddie? I suppose it's karma, really. I had to do this to my team, and I didn't want to do that. I'm about building people up and start helping them grow, making them transform, not knocking them down. And now it's my turn. I mean, what the hell am I supposed to be doing instead, Maddie? And then Maddie comes over to me and she embraces me. And you know, I can't help thinking in that moment, no matter how much I love her, my God, her breath stinks. She can't really help it. I mean, really, I need to make a decision about whether I'm going to be feeding her that raw fish or find her some doggy chews instead that she can eat that can freshen up her breath. Because Maddie is my dog. But I've still got those two options to consider. And I don't mean not feeding her the raw fish or getting her the dog chews. What I mean is taking the redundancy or taking the job role somewhere else. But I tell you one thing, I didn't take the job role. But you know what's so crazy about this whole thing is that they asked me to come back as a consultant, doing exactly the same programs I'm doing now, indirectly working for Mr. Vane, which they knew I didn't want to do, and, even crazier, being paid more than I'm getting paid now. And do you know what's even crazier about that whole thing? Is that I said yes. When I really wanted to say no. But I was so confused. I no longer knew what my value was. I didn't know who I was. I didn't even know if I was wearing my own shoes. Have you ever done anything that crazy where you don't even know if you're wearing your own shoes anymore and they just don't fit you or suit you? And so I started searching. I started reading books and listening to audiobooks, and I listened to Simon Sinek and Adam Grant. I went to seminars and listened to webinars. And all the way through this process, the thing that kept on cropping up is that over the last 23 years of my experience, I love training, I love coaching. I love that eureka moment when people had that light shine in their eyes and they realised what it is that they wanted to do and the direction they wanted to go in. And what I realised is that I didn't want to play this corporate persona anymore. I didn't want to play the role of a consultant. But what I didn't know was how to make this happen. I didn't know how I was going to coach others and share what I knew. And I didn't know why people would listen to me. And that was until a month later. And I'm in my garden, the sun is shining, and I'm in my shorts, my t-shirts, I've got my lounger out, I've got a gin and tonic in hand, I'm all set up for the day. But today's not just about relaxing, it's also about learning. And there he is in the box office that I've got in front of me, with his short blonde spiky hair, his tanned face and his bright white teeth and a big, big smile. Hey, hey, hey! I'm Mandy Harrington and I'm here for the Serve and Sell webinar to be able to share with you how to reach more clients to teach them what you know. And whether you're a consultant, a coach or trainer, I'm going to help you to create frameworks and be able to share your knowledge. Wow, it's almost like he's talking to me. This is incredible. And I'm going to help you to share your story. It's like, yeah, storytelling, like I'm going to be able to do that. But I listened and I watched and I stayed with it for the rest of the day. And there was one thing that he said that day that changed my world. If you have ever had a pain in your life which you can help someone else to escape from, then you've got to stop being selfish. And you need to package your knowledge and your learning in a way to help them to move away from it. And that was when I realised this is what I wanted to do. And that's where I ended up creating my program. This is where Metamorph for Success, inspiring leadership endeavour, become reality. Talk about having those light bulb moments. Because there was absolutely no confusion in that moment. I had absolute clarity about what it was that I wanted to do. So have you ever had that time where you knew exactly what it was that you wanted to do? You knew exactly what was needed on that list. It's almost like going to buy a pair of shoes. You know exactly what it is that you want. You know what size they need to be, how they need to look, how they need to feel, how they need to make you feel so comfortable. Now, are you going to go from shop to shop to shop and try on every single pair along the way until you've exhausted all the shops and then you go right back to the beginning again and try on the ones that you first started with? Or are you going to reach out to someone that can guide you onto the right path, into the right footsteps, and help you to move in the direction that you want to move in? Now, I would love to say that I had clients knocking on my door overnight. And I also had my family saying, Katie, are you sure that you want to do this? This is a big risk and you've got no other finances coming in. And I also had my friends saying to me, Katie, what do you know about running a business, a coaching business? But I knew this was the right thing to do. I finally rediscovered my why, and my why was to help others, other female leaders and executives and founders, to rediscover their why, be able to unlock what it was that they wanted to do, see those eureka moments, that light shine in their eyes, and be able to help them to move forwards. And my first win was actually with my husband. I helped him to rediscover his why. And in so doing so, I helped him to unlock something that had been bothering him and enabled him to move forwards. I then helped my client Lisa to rediscover her why, which to have overall control of her destiny and her well-being. She's now running her own successful business, and I might add, she's got remarried and she's happier than she's ever been. And then finally, I helped my client Sammy at a 5-day challenge, and within 24 hours, I helped her to move forwards on a problem that she'd been doing. She's no longer working 70-hour weeks like she was before to hide from that problem. And the way she identified it was, they weren't just nuggets of wisdom that I gave her. I also gave her nuggets of gold. And she is more relaxed and stress-free than she's ever been. And all of which has helped me to become a best-selling author in the UK and Australia. I also won an award for Mentor of the Year with the Santander Women's Business Leadership Programme, and I get invited to speak at international events, including the Crom Castle with the Earl of Crom there, no less. And all of that has allowed me to help my clients with the Freedom Transformation Formula, which I'd love to share with you right now. But before I do that, let me leave you with this thought. Sometimes you might not be wearing the right shoes, but do you know what? You can take them off. You can go to a shop and you can buy another pair of shoes. You can wear what you want, how you want, when you want to. And you can walk down a path in the shoes that you want to walk on.